Hello, and welcome to the short tutorial video explaining how to access and use the SFPE Virtual Handbook for Fire Risk Assessment and Mitigation. In this video, we'll show you ways to use the handbook to engage with community leaders. This handbook was made possible by a grant from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Federal Emergency Management Agency. Using engineering-based resources, this handbook serves to support property owners, property inspectors and assessors, community leaders, and firefighters and fire departments operating in the wildland-urban interface. Those who may find this handbook useful as a reference to engage with community leaders include fire services, such as community outreach program managers and fire prevention specialists, Community Wildfire Protection Plans Committee members, Firewise community members, state cooperative extension programs, members of other government departments and agencies, interested individuals, and other community leaders. First, you'll need to access the handbook. To do so, visit www.sfpe.org/WUI handbook, which you can do on your desktop computer, a tablet, or mobile phone. Should you wish to download and print a PDF of the handbook, you can do so by clicking the Download PDF Handbook button on the top left. For more information on navigating the handbook, please watch our video entitled Using the Handbook as a Training Tool. Once you've accessed the handbook, you're ready to use it as a resource to engage community leaders. For meetings, consider offering both in-person and virtual options. For in-person meetings, you might consider hosting them at a local community or senior center, library, churches, or other community spaces. The types of community leaders to consider inviting include neighborhood and homeowner association leaders, local utility company and cooperative leaders, land managers representing municipal, state, or federal lands, public and elected officials at the local level, such as the mayor, county executive, council members, and the state level, such as state legislators, community wildfire protection plans committee members, local government offices and agencies, including the Department of Planning, Department of Parks and Recreation, Department of Transportation, Emergency Services, Police, Fire Service, or Fire Marshals. Firewise community members, state cooperative extension programs. The focus of community leaders meetings should be on the neighborhood and community level hazard mitigation section of the handbook. The two sections on parcel risk assessment should certainly be referenced, but a meeting with community leaders should focus on evaluating the broader community's wildland-urban interface fire risks, understanding the responsibilities for fire mitigation, and determining a path forward for the community as a whole to mitigate the identified fire risks. Not all community level risks can be eliminated, but all community risks should be identified and potential mitigation measures discussed. The conversations with community leaders are important and should remain focused on identifying mitigation actions to reduce wildland-urban interface fire risks across the entire neighborhood or community. Even if some of the conversations become uncomfortable, there may be potentially conflicting perspectives on risk reduction priorities and responsibilities. The handbook can help the community start by reviewing the location and topography of their community relative to wildland fire threats to determine their collective level of risks. The next step could be the evaluation of critical infrastructure, including firefighting infrastructure and firefighter access to the community, adequately protected for the wildland fire risks. If the infrastructure is not adequate, then the community may need to prioritize addressing that need through adjusting operations, budgets, and implementing infrastructure improvements. Vegetation management to create defensible spaces across the entire community may be more challenging due to multiple owners involved, including individuals, businesses, and even local, state, or federal government agencies who control adjacent lands. All of the landowners and managers need to be involved in a conversation about vegetation management. Just as implementing durable, low-cost, enduring mitigation measures can lower the wildland fire risk for an individual property in the wildland-urban interface, so can community-wide mitigation measures reduce wildland fire risk for a community. Thank you for watching. Please take a few moments to view our other tutorial videos that accompany the Society of Fire Protection Engineers Virtual Handbook for Fire Risk Assessment and Mitigation.